we welcome you to Birla Institute of Management Technology.
Thank you.
We are really pleased to have you as a jury member in the Hermes Dialogue final round. So, we would like to ask you a couple of questions. So, can we proceed, sir?
Sure.
So, the first question would be, as you have been a part of the Ministry of Commerce in the Government of India, so where do you see the management students who are specializing in international business in the decision making and the nation building roles for the country?
Thank you. Well, that's a good question. You can see this from two perspectives. One is looking at the management students as students. The other is looking at them as people who have management background, and then they end up in different positions, some in private sector, some in government even, and all over. Now, as far as the students are concerned, and let me tell you that in the Department of Commerce, there are positions of interns, and these positions of interns are filled through a variety of systems. I don't know what is the present system, but they are filled up. And the whole idea is to give young students or those who are pass outs from a certain level of qualification, to give them an experience and understanding of how India's trade policy and trade is conducted. So that's a very good grounding for somebody who wants to take up a career in international trade at a later date. So that is one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is somebody who has a background of management, and he ends up either in the Ministry of Commerce as a professional, as a functionary, or who deals with the ministry as a representative of industry. And there again, I think you have a phenomenally important role, because you need to understand your own constituency, that is the industry which you represent, and where that industry is positioned in an overall Indian economic context. So you need to understand what are your interests, which interests can be fulfilled, which cannot be fulfilled, because there are constraints. So it gives you a sense of balance and appreciation of the real life situations. So I think Ministry of Commerce has place for both kinds of roles.
Sure, sir. We noted all your points, sir. Sir, I would like to ask you, as you have previously been the part of the final rounds of this flagship event, Hermes. So, what were your expectations from the event, and what would you like us to improve or take it a step further?
Yeah. My take is that it's a great effort. The students put a lot of work in it, a lot of hard work, a lot of effort. What I noticed was that while the information on the preliminary level of research was good, there is a need for you to go a little deeper. The point which I have made earlier, that you cannot simply talk in terms of the basic aspects of, let's say, tariffs. Because now, if you are talking of FTA, then tariffs are just the superficial part. The substantive part is what is called the non-trade, non-tariff regime. And I think that is where a large part of negotiations take place. So you need to strengthen that part. And that comes from going a little further down deep and understanding. For example, everybody is talking about CBAM these days, the European CBAM. Now, if you do not go deep and try to see how international trade is impacted by environmental regulations, you will not be able to fully comprehend the role of this aspect in an FTA negotiation. So you need to go deeper into it. And therefore, so that part was a little amiss. I think you should work harder on that. The second part, of course, is that all of you should learn, and that I don't blame anybody, because You are all at different stages of evolving, so that's not a wrong thing. But you are all have to learn better articulation of what you want to say. Whatever you want to communicate, you have to have a better articulation. So I think these couple of considerations which you need to keep in mind.
Okay, sir. We'll keep that in mind for the next year. That will be all from our side, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here with us. We are really pleased to have you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.